Hey there guys, this is Chauncey J. Kent and welcome to another episode of Oliveen, my Mountain Madness LP. Today we are working on filling in the lake, basically. So I've got, as you can see, this sand wall that I'm slowly expanding out and digging down to try and get down to the very bottom, and then reusing the sand to sort of kind of do the same thing. And as we're doing that, just sort of like talking to you guys and seeing what's up. And today we're going to be talking about kind of a new direction for the channel and what I want to do with it and all of that. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of continue this here and just get started with our little chat. So basically what I wanted to talk about is kind of like, I guess you would call it like a creed for the channel, like why I'm doing this, and like just why I would hope that you guys are participating in the channel and just sort of following everything that's going on here. And yeah, it's getting dark, so let's go in. Basically, you guys know from previous videos and everything that I am actually a Christian, and I don't push that a lot on the channel, and that's actually part of the new direction thing. Is it's something I want to change a little bit. Not that I'm going to be like super aggressively pushy with it, but I just want to be able to talk about it more, because it's a big part of me, and I want to be real for you guys. And I know that if I'm not doing that, then what I'm doing isn't going to be enjoyable for you, and well, that sort of defeats the purpose of everything, doesn't it? So yeah, basically I want to be more open about where I stand on some of the touchier issues, and I hope that you guys can still follow along and enjoy the episodes even with that going on. And if you can't, I understand that, and there's lots of content out there that's not gonna talk about that stuff that you can watch and enjoy. But if it is something that you feel like you can get on board with, and hey, even just tolerate, then we would love to have you as part of the community and all of that. So yes, gonna be talking about Christianity and theology and stuff a lot more, just sort of while I'm working on projects and whatnot. And in particular, sorry guys, excuse me, there's been some sort of like cold going around, and I'm far from actually being sick, but I can tell that I'm still fighting off like little traces of it that I've picked up from other people and all of that. So do excuse me if I sniffle or cough a little bit. That's kind of what's going on with that. Anyway, why I do Minecraft? That's a very interesting question, and it has a couple answers. Partly because I just enjoy it. It's a fun game. It gives you an opportunity to do some stuff that you wouldn't be able to do in normal life, and that's part of the fun of video games, is you have an opportunity to participate in something that you just would never happen in your real normal life, and that's kind of one reason to play. But aside from that, I also kind of use this as a form of worship. It's a lot of people think that like singing is the only thing you can really do to do worship, and that's just not the case. I mean, we know that David wrote songs and poems and stuff as part of his worship, so we know that writing is a legitimate thing, and pretty much anything that you do your best at for God is going to be a form of worship. So for me, just making something awesome in a video game, or making something out of wood, because I do woodworking, and or heck, even singing a song or writing a story, all of that for me is my worship to God. So I'm gonna do my best with that, and that's kind of why I do it. Um, and of course, there's you guys. Like I've been online for a while, and there's there are a lot of game communities that are just not super friendly. Um, Actually, I've left games because of that. Like Eve Online, I really enjoyed the game. It's super micromanagey, very sandboxed, so much stuff you can do, and all the training's in real time, and it doesn't matter if you're on or not. It's still like train skills and stuff. So it worked well with my schedule because I could just have my character training stuff while I wasn't able to be online, and that was fine. And so like I really really enjoyed the game. It's something fun that I liked to do, and the community was just, it sucked. Especially since I was like focused on mining. There were just, everyone hates the miners for whatever reason, and it's stupid because they're sort of the base of the economy in the game. Without them, everything just breaks down, but they're hunted down by pirates and just like killed by random people for fun, and there's actually an entire event um, dedicated to hunting down and killing the miners who are essentially producing the most material for the game, and their reasoning is just that, you know, you're sitting safe and sound in a secure area mining resources and making money, and you don't have to go out and fight, and not everyone likes to go out and fight, guys. Like, so they're gonna like come into these safe areas and kill you, and it's dumb. It's really really dumb, and I actually felt the need to leave the game for it because it's just stupid. Like, I want to sit back and relax and do my own thing and not have to worry about some person coming along and blowing me up with a combat ship while I'm in a mining ship. Like, there would be no contest there, and it was just frustrating and just not a thing. And the community is just like okay with that, and that's something I don't understand. Minecraft's community though isn't like that. You guys are like very supportive and very friendly, and yeah, I mean there's griefers and stuff out there, but for the most part, like, you guys are awesome, and that's largely one of the reasons I play this too. Is just because like I not only enjoy the game, but I love the community of people out there who are playing and following, and it's really refreshing to see that in a game community, and I would love to see that happen more often in other game communities as well. So that's a large part of why I participate in this. Um, One of my big inspirations, of course, is the Hermitcraft server. I really love the amount of cooperation that those guys do, and like they do some really cool stuff, and a lot of my designs and things come from different members of that group. And it's just, they're a cool group of people, and um, like probably the coolest thing I could aspire to on this journey is like becoming a part of that server. Um, Now, obviously, I don't expect that, because that's just with where I'm at now, and where all of them are at. It would just be kind of crazy to even think that that would happen. But you know, we can dream and stuff, right? So yeah, that's basically the idea there. That's why I play Minecraft, and look, I'm glad that you guys get to be a part of all of this and just share the experience with me. Like, I have ideas, but like I could make the coolest, most awesome thing in the entire world, and like take pictures or do a video and kind of show it off. But you know, part of it's the journey. It's like you guys actually get to come with me while I'm building this stuff and while I'm designing it and while I'm figuring stuff out. And there's a lot to be said for putting the importance of the journey over the importance of the destination. A lot of times it's not always about where you're going, it's about how you're getting there and what you see along the way. And I think that's sort of where this particular Let's Play is at. Like, there's a lot to see, and this looks really awesome, and we're working on projects, and we're going to make this look even more epic and crazy, and that's going to be pretty impressive. And I'm eagerly anticipating the day when that is, when we finish that and we have like this awesome final product, and we're like, oh yeah, that's excellent, and we can move on to some other bigger projects that I have even beyond that in mind. But it wouldn't be fun if you just skipped ahead to the end result. The greatest enjoyment factor comes from actually like working and getting there. And like I said, yeah, I'm just glad that you guys get to come along and be a part of that, and that you choose to. So that's awesome, and I really appreciate that kind of support. And like you guys really don't know what that means to me. It's really cool. It's just really cool. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of where that's at. That's why I play Minecraft, and I am looking at adding some other games to the channel. Like, you've probably already seen a couple Kerbal Space Program videos. Those will come out occasionally as I have inspiration and time to do them. They do take a lot of time, like crazy amounts of time, and it's not night yet. It's getting there. Now let's make some shovels. The glitchy sand returns to my inventory. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's just very time consuming because you have to like design everything and you do the launch, and it's all really done in real time. Like, you've got physics acceleration, but you really don't get to use it that often. There we go. And so yeah, those episodes take time to put together, like a lot of time to put together. And so that's kind of where that's at. I do want to do Sims 3. I don't have Sims 4, and I don't plan on getting Sims 4 because like I've barely scratched the surface of Sims 3, and I actually have it, and you know, money wise, that's what I can afford. There's still expansions for that I haven't gotten or tried, and there's just a lot of stuff I can do with that. So I think that would be a fun thing to do, and so that's something I'm wanting to do on the channel. I also kind of want to do some like a Spore playthrough. If you guys haven't heard of that game, it's an EA thing. It's really cool. And I would obviously talk more about that in that particular playthrough, but definitely something worth checking out and watching. And I actually have to go visit my parents for Christmas coming up here shortly, and they actually have the CD, the game disc that I would need to reinstall it and everything down there at their house, and so I've got to go grab that while I'm there, and then I can start doing some of that. Now, I did recently change my schedule at work, so it's still a 40-hour week, but I'm doing 4 10-hour days instead of 5 8-hour days, so that actually gives me an extra day to like do stuff for the channel. So I should be able to put out more content. And hopefully like work on quality a little bit. I did recently rediscover when I put together this computer, I had a 32-bit operating system that like I was just going to use temporarily because, you know, it's what I had, and I was going to get a better one when I could afford it. And then I sort of forgot about it, and just now realized that this whole time I've had this computer, I've been running it on 32 bits. I've got 16 gigs of memory installed, but I can only use 4 of it because the operating system is that way. So, like within the next couple days, I'm going to get a 64-bit system and do an upgrade to get on track, and then we should be able to get rid of some of the lag spikes and stuff. Well, not okay, it's not lag per se, but like you can see some of the jumpiness in the video and whatnot, and I'll work on getting rid of that so you can get a better experience, and that would be awesome. That'll actually help Kerbal Space Program and The Sims and Spore and all of that too. So definitely something that's going to happen here shortly. And I feel like nothing really to do with the channel, but I recently found out that the Legend of Korra cartoon is like doing a 4th season now. I thought it only went to like 2. So I'm very excited, and I'm going to be looking for season 3 like today because I want to get caught up on that. I loved Last Airbender. I thought it was a great show, and the movie sucked. Like, the movie was awful. If you haven't seen it, don't. It's not worth it. It's not even like, not even considering the monetary stuff, it's not even worth the time to watch it. So, like, it's so bad. But yeah, the show was awesome, and Legend of Korra I felt like it got a little bit of a rough start, and I was mixed on it initially, but it's really turned into a very cool show and something that I enjoy watching. So I want to get that as well, and hopefully it won't be too expensive. But I am pretty excited about that and the new operating system and all that. I've got to back up files and stuff, which will take a little bit, but that is what it is. And then I can do a clean install with a shiny new 64-bit operating system. Sorry, 46. That doesn't even make sense. And yeah, so then we'll be rolling, and I can set up Minecraft to use like 10 gigs of dedicated memory instead of just like 1, and that will help it a lot, like a lot. And all the other games will have access to whatever's still available after the operating system and stuff uses what they're going to use, or it's going to use. So yeah, that's where all that is at for the moment, and so exciting things coming up and a new direction for the channel and all of that. So yeah, if you guys have questions, if you have suggestions, if you have worries or concerns or anything, definitely talk to me in the comments section or on Twitter. Those would be the best ways to get a hold of me, and I would love to communicate with you guys and get feedback and all of that. So and of course I do have some like more Christianity oriented ideas that I'm working on. And actually, if you guys didn't know, I am an ordained minister. Like, I don't work as a minister per se, but I have actually been ordained, and so I can do all that stuff, and like, I can do weddings and funerals, and I can preach and pray with people and all of that 100% legally, no problems, etc. So yeah, I mean, that's something I can actually do, and I have the degrees to back up all of that, and so I'm considering doing like a Sunday morning like church service thing on the channel. So I just have a video ready to go for you guys that's like a Minecraft church kind of thing, and I'll just like preach a legitimate sermon, but it'll be while playing Minecraft. So like, eventually I'll build a large cathedral style structure as part of like our big city, and just sort of like preach from there, and have villagers wandering in and out during, so that'll be fun. And yeah. So that's the idea anyway. Probably won't be like full-length sermons, just because like those usually go about 20 minutes, and it's, well, maybe I could do that. I don't know. We'll see what we end up with. But that's sort of where the ideas are at, and what I'm toying with, and what I'm deciding to do here. And I think it'll be some cool stuff, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that, and just take part in that, because it's kind of the direction I'm heading at this point. And I don't know, I'm just sort of hoping that you guys are wanting to come along on that journey with me. So yeah, that's kind of all I got for today. Obviously, I will keep working on this part of our big project here, and sort of keep digging this out, and on the other side as well, and just sort of pushing the water back in this direction until we've got all of this space cleared. Now, I will work on another project next time. Hopefully I will have enough to clear out this section and about 4 blocks in this direction, and then I can build a more permanent wall right here instead of the sand wall, because this is it'll be replaced by like a thing I've designed in creative mode to work for this area. And yeah, so we'll get down to actually constructing that in probably the next episode, or if not, definitely the one after that. But yeah, so that's kind of where everything's at, and hopefully everything is going well with you guys. And yeah, that's all I got. So thanks for watching, guys. Of course, if you liked the video, if you're in favor of the new direction, if you want to see more of what's going to happen with that, go ahead and leave the video a like. That will just let me know that you guys are on board. Or of course, if you want to do something more specific, comments are always available too. And of course, be sure to subscribe and all of that. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I will talk at you later.